The Israel-Hamas war that the terror group started on October 7th has amplified an undercurrent of already existing and pernicious trends aimed at making Jews across the world feel unsafe, unwelcome, intimidated, and scared. Unlike the Nazis, who were crystal clear about their feelings about and intentions regarding the Jews, many anti-Semites nowadays try to cowardly hide their feelings and intentions using sophisticated verbiage that many of us know is just a flimsy cover for raging Jew hatred. Here is a list of some of this thuggish, belligerent, seething verbiage, with the actual definitions. Number 1. Ceasefire now. A declaration that someone makes when, in reality, they resent the fact that Israel, the Jews, are justly and nobly winning this war. Number 2. Islamophobia. A religion whose followers admit that they want to kill you, and if you do not want to be killed, they say you have a phobia. Number 3. The United Nations. The most corrupted, morally bankrupt, undemocratic, money-hungry organization on this planet. Number 4. Fake news. A term that people use to censor or not acknowledge other views or opinions that do not fit into their narrow, oversimplified, and quite frankly dangerous worldviews. Number 5. Free speech absolutist. Hate speech apologist. Number 6. Humanitarian pauses. A mechanism that is used to try to hold back Israel, the Jews, from winning this morally right, just, and noble war. Number 7. People of Palestine. Modern-day Nazis. Number 8. Genocide. A host of wartime events, actions, and outcomes, including but not limited to any civilian deaths, dropping bombs that kill civilians, the use of unguided bombs, lopsided casualty ratios, that is, one side suffers more deaths than the other, lopsided casualty ratios where one side is a state and the other a non-state actor, a militarily superior force fighting a militarily inferior force, a wealthier country bombing a poorer country or territory, killing 10,000 or more people, regardless of intent or context, destroying large numbers of buildings, destroying infrastructure, destroying cultural artifacts or culturally important sites, any war crime, any violation of international law, ethnic cleansing, which itself has been redefined as any time people have to flee from their homes, obstructing aid or supplies, that is a siege or blockade, prioritizing military victory over maximal avoidance of civilian casualties, destroying the concept of a Palestinian people, that is saying Palestine is not a country, even though it is not, or anything a U.S. soldier protests via self-immolation. Number 9. Colonizer. The country that wins a war which it did not start. See, the 1948 Israeli-Arab War, the 1967 Six-Day War, the 1973 Yom Kippur War, the First Intifada, the Second Intifada, 2014 Operation Protective Edge, and this Israel-Hamas war. Number 10. Ethnic cleansing. Palestinian civilians who voluntarily flee a battle zone because their government started a war. Number 11. Occupation. A term used to cover up Palestinian terrorism against Jews, which predates the creation of the State of Israel in 1948, claiming its first fatalities in 1834, more than 100 years before the quote-unquote occupation was even a figment of the Palestinians' imagination. Number 12. Forced displacement. How dare Israel, the Jews, responsibly evacuate civilians from battle zones so they will not die or get injured? Number 13. Oppression. The Israelis, the Jews, cultivated a robust, free, open society based on Jewish and democratic values. At the same time, the Palestinians developed a society based on Jew hatred, a manufactured history, misconstrued victimhood, and fabricated grievances. Number 14. Cultural relativism. Terrorism is not the problem. Rather, the systems that terrorists oppose are terrorist. See also, terrorist sympathizers and apologists. Number 15. No peace on stolen land. A phrase used to conceal the fact that Palestinians have repeatedly tried to steal land from the Jews but keep losing wars in doing so. Number 16. Reportedly. A term that news anchors and media types use to imply, as always, we could not independently verify anything that any Jew says which goes against our editorial policy that Israel is evil. Number 17. Palestinian women and children, Palestinian terrorists. Number 18. Journalists, Palestinian terrorists. Number 19. Pro-Palestine. I hate Zionists. And by Zionists, they mean Jews. Number 20. Famine. A conspiracy designed to prevent Israel, the Jews, from finally winning this war, by attempting to scare the world into stopping Israel from doing so. Number 21. The poor Palestinians. The Palestinians are forever the world's idealistic angels, have never done anything wrong, and will always be innocent bystanders to Israel's, the Jews, unrelenting colonialist, ethnic cleansing, oppressive, racist, forcibly displacing, occupying white supremacist power that must be eliminated. Number 22. Progressive. Someone who is so extremely liberal that they are actually illiberal. See, the National Socialist German Workers' Party, also known as the Nazis. Number 23. Palestinian State. An official UN-sanctioned jihadi launchpad to continue barbarically attacking the Jewish state in the name of the most peaceful religion on this planet, Islam. Number 24. From the river to the sea. The modern-day version of Hail Hitler. Side note. If Hitler was alive today, he would support the Palestinians' virulent, institutionalized antisemitism. For those who so profusely support the Palestinians, they are in good company. Number 25. Two-state solution. Let's reward the Palestinians for their Jew hatred, especially after October 7th. Fun fact, the Jordanians never offered Palestinians a state. Neither did the Egyptians, or the Ottomans. It was the Jews and only the Jews who have ever made that offer. In all this noise, that irony gets lost. Number 26. Palestinian resistance. Intimidating, attacking, and murdering Jews by any means necessary. Number 27. Siege. Ordinary wartime operations. See also, quote-unquote, war crime. Number 28. BDS. Boycott, divest, sanction. When Israel retaliates in Gaza and, in doing so, regrettably kills innocent people, all Jews are to blame. When more than 44,000 terror attacks are committed exclusively by Islamic terrorists in nearly 70 countries since 9/11, not a single Muslim is to blame. Number 29. Disproportionate. Israelis, the Jews, appropriately defending themselves against the most nauseating types of terrorism. Number 30. The poor children. Palestinian children are the only ones who matter. Israeli, Jewish children are meaningless, inconsequential, and undeserving of the same peace, safety, and security that Palestinian children are undoubtedly owed. Number 31. More than 30,000 Palestinian deaths. A preconceived, imaginary number that is statistically, that is mathematically, impossible. As one social media user put it, quote, "Today I did my daily 30,000 push-ups. Then I had 30,000 jelly beans for breakfast. Now I am walking 30,000 miles to school. Stay tuned for more totally believable updates." Number 32. By any means necessary. We love terrorism, especially when Jews are the target. Number 33. UNRWA schools. Quasi-civilian buildings that double as sophisticated extensive terrorism infrastructure. Number 34. Ramadan. Let's find another baseless, pathetic reason to stop Israel, the Jews, from winning this war. Number 35. Decolonization. The process by which colonies become independent of the colonizing country. In this case, the Arabs colonized the Levant after the Romans expelled the Jews from their ancient homeland and named it Palestine, proving that Israel is, in fact, the greatest decolonization project on planet Earth. Number 36. Free Palestine. Free Palestine of Jews. Number 37. Living on stolen land. A spurious accusation that Israelis are living on stolen land, made by people who have actually been living on stolen land their entire lives. Number 38. Under the rubble. Bodies of terrorists and bodies that Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad terrorists use as human shields, the deaths of which are blamed on Israel, the Jews. Number 39. Self-determination. A ploy to rid the Middle East of Jews and, in the meantime, scapegoat the Jews for the Palestinians' long list of insufficiencies, unfortunate miscalculations, and pathetic infighting. And lastly, number 40. Shared humanity. I am actually quite selective about the humans I care about, but that's just a minor detail.